We love cars. It's a fact. From the sleek lines of a Ferrari to the raw power of a Mustang, cars have always captured our imagination. They represent freedom, speed, and the thrill of the open road. Fast cars, classic cars, cars that make your hair stand on end just by starting them up. The roar of the engine, the smell of burning rubber, the adrenaline rush as you push the pedal to the metal. There's nothing quite like it. But what happens when you can't be behind the wheel of a real one? When the open road is out of reach and the nearest racetrack is miles away? That's where video games come in, mate. They offer an escape, a chance to experience the thrill of racing without ever leaving your living room. And not just any games, mind you. We're talking about the ones that transport you to another world, where the graphics are so realistic you can almost feel the wind in your hair and the rumble of the engine beneath you. We're talking about the ones that transport you, that make you feel the wind, or at least the rumble of the controller, in your hair. These games are more than just entertainment. They're a way to live out your automotive fantasies. Car racing games have been around since Donkey Kong chucked barrels practically. From the early days of pixelated graphics and simple controls to the modern era of hyper-realistic simulations, racing games have come a long way. But these days, they're not just about outrunning pixelated gorillas. No, today's racing games are about immersion, about creating an experience that feels as close to the real thing as possible. No, sir, we demand more. We want the roar of the engine, the smell of burning rubber. Well, maybe not the smell, but we want the sensation, the excitement, the feeling of being in control of a powerful machine. We want the roar of the engine, the smell of burning rubber. Well, maybe not the smell. But we want beauty. We want immersion. We want to feel like we're really there, racing through stunning landscapes and pushing our cars to the limit. But we want beauty. We want immersion. We want to race through worlds as stunning as a sunset over the Pacific Coast Highway, with graphics so good you could almost lick the paint off a Ferrari. We want to race through worlds as stunning as a sunset over the Pacific Coast Highway, with graphics so good you could almost lick the paint off a Ferrari. These games offer a level of detail and realism that was once unimaginable. And that's what we're going to dive into. Hold on tight. We're about to explore the world of racing video games, where the lines between reality and virtual reality blur, and the thrill of the race is just a button press away. Now, I've driven my fair share of cars in my time, from rusty Reliant Robins to Bugattis that cost more than a small island. But there's something special about racing through a digitally crafted world that takes your breath away. Imagine this. You're bombing it down a mountain pass in the Alps, snow glistening in the midday sun. Each hairpin turn is a challenge. Every straightaway, a chance to marvel at the towering peaks and the quaint villages nestled in the valleys below. You can almost feel the crisp mountain air on your face, even though you're just holding a controller. That's the magic, see? It's not just about the cars or the competition. It's about the escape, the feeling of being transported to somewhere extraordinary, even if it's just for a little while. And trust me, when the scenery is this good, even coming in second place doesn't feel so bad. You've still had one heck of a scenic tour. Right then, let's talk turkey. Or should I say, tarmac. When it comes to racing games, there's a certain magic that some titles manage to capture. It's not just about the speed or the cars, it's about the entire experience. The thrill of the chase, the roar of the engine, and the beauty of the landscapes you speed through. Some games just understand the assignment. They know exactly what we, the players, crave. It's not just about crossing the finish line first. It's about the journey, the adrenaline rush, and the sheer joy of driving. They know we want it all. Heart-stopping speed, handling that'd make a Formula One driver weep, and visuals that could make a Renaissance painter weep even harder. The attention to detail in these games is nothing short of extraordinary. Every curve, every drift, every acceleration feels meticulously crafted to provide the ultimate driving experience. Take Forza Horizon 5, for instance. Set in a vibrant, fictionalized Mexico, it's a love letter to car culture and breathtaking landscapes. The game doesn't just throw you into a series of races. It immerses you in a world that's alive and buzzing with activity. The streets are filled with color, the skies with dramatic weather changes, and the environment with a variety of terrains that challenge your driving skills. From scorching deserts to lush jungles, every inch of the map is begging to be explored, preferably with your foot firmly planted on the gas pedal. The diversity of the landscapes keeps the gameplay fresh and exciting. One moment you're tearing through a sandy desert, the next you're navigating the dense foliage of a jungle, each environment offering its own unique challenges and rewards. Then there's the Gran Turismo series. A name synonymous with racing simulation, Gran Turismo has always been the gold standard for realism in racing games. These lads have always been sticklers for realism, and their latest outing is no exception. The level of detail in the car models is astonishing. You can see every curve, every bolt, and every reflection on the car's surface. It's as if the cars have been lifted straight out of a showroom and placed into the game. The cars look so real, you could practically pop the hood and change the oil yourself. The game goes beyond just racing. It delves into the intricacies of car maintenance and customization. You can tweak and tune your car to perfection, making sure it's in peak condition for every race. And the tracks? From the legendary Nürburgring to the neon-drenched streets of Tokyo, they're all recreated with an attention to detail that's bordering on obsessive. Each track is a masterpiece, capturing the essence of its real-world counterpart. The Nürburgring's challenging curves and elevation changes are faithfully represented, while the Tokyo streets are a dazzling display of lights and urban chaos. These games aren't just entertainment. They're works of art that celebrate both the beauty of machines and the world we drive them in. They offer an escape, a chance to experience the thrill of high-speed racing without leaving the comfort of your home. Whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore racing enthusiast, these games have something to offer. They push the boundaries of what's possible in gaming, delivering experiences that are as exhilarating as they are beautiful. Finding the sweet spot. Where rubber meets the rendered road. Now I know what some of you crusty old petrol heads are thinking. But Clarkson, what about the driving? All the pretty scenery in the world won't make up for sloppy handling or unrealistic physics. And you know what? You're not wrong. That's where the real magic comes in, finding that perfect balance between stunning visuals and rock-solid gameplay. The best racing games understand that it's not enough to just look pretty. They need to feel right. The weight of the car, the responsiveness of the steering, the way the suspension reacts to every bump and dip in the road. It all has to be spot on. Thankfully, the developers of these games are a clever bunch. They use all sorts of technical wizardry to make sure that even though you're sitting on your sofa, you feel every gear change, every ounce of grip, every last bit of adrenaline coursing through your veins. A need for speed, a love for beauty. Why we race towards the horizon. So, why are we so drawn to these games? What is it that makes us spend hours in front of our screens, racing towards a digital horizon? What is it about virtual cars and digitally rendered landscapes that gets our engines revving? Is it the adrenaline rush, the sense of control, or something deeper? I think it's a combination of things. For some, it's the pure joy of driving, the thrill of speed, and the challenge of mastering a complex machine. For car enthusiasts, it's a chance to experience the thrill of driving without the risk of wrapping your pride and joy around a lamppost. You can push these digital machines to their limits, test your reflexes, and feel the rush of narrowly avoiding obstacles. You can push these digital machines to their limits, feeling the virtual wind in your hair and the roar of the engine in your ears. Test your skills on some of the most iconic tracks in the world, from the Nürburgring to the streets of Monaco. Each track offers its own unique challenges and rewards, and if you crash, no worries. You can simply reset and do it all again. It's a safe space to make mistakes and learn from them without any real-world consequences. But it's more than that. It's not just about the cars or the tracks. It's about the experience, the escape, the journey. It's about escapism, pure and simple. In a world that can often feel chaotic and stressful, these games offer a chance to lose ourselves in something beautiful and exciting. In a world that can often feel chaotic and stressful, these games offer a chance to lose ourselves in something beautiful and exciting. They provide a temporary escape from the pressures of daily life. These games offer a chance to lose ourselves in something beautiful and exciting. We can explore picturesque landscapes, from the rolling hills of Tuscany to the rugged cliffs of the Scottish Highlands. We can race through the Scottish Highlands at dawn, feeling the cool morning air and the thrill of the open road. Chase the sunset across the Australian outback, with the vast, open landscape stretching out before us, or drift through the neon-lit streets of Tokyo without ever leaving our living rooms. The vibrant cityscape, the flashing lights, the sense of adventure, it's all there, waiting for us. And you know what? Sometimes, that's exactly what we need. A break from reality, a chance to unwind and have fun. A little bit of beauty, a little bit of speed, and a whole lot of fun. These games remind us of the joy of exploration, the thrill of discovery, and the simple pleasure of a well-timed drift. And a whole lot of fun. Whether it's performing stunts, mastering a tricky corner, or simply enjoying the ride, these games offer something for everyone. So, why do we race towards the horizon? Because it's there, and because it's beautiful.